It's day 12 of your 30-day vocabulary challenge. One video a day, every day for 30 days. We're learning 105 words from the academic word list. So these are words you'll need to know if you're preparing for the IELTS or TOEFL exam, but also if you read or watch the news in English or have conversation in English. These are intermediate words, and we're going to study them in real situations, so your understanding will go beyond just memorizing a definition. So grab your friends, have them join you in this challenge, and let's do this. As always, if you like this video or you learned something new, please like and subscribe with notifications. I'd love to have you as my student. During these 30 days, we're learning 105 words together. I do have a download for you, a list of all the words with definitions and sample sentences, as well as quizzes to make sure you're really getting and remembering these words. You can get that download by following this link or the link in the video description. Today, we're learning 4 new words, and we're looking at the different ways these words are used in various real situations. For each word, you'll get the definition, we'll go over the pronunciation, you'll get to see it up close and in slow motion, and then we'll also go to Youglish for 5 examples from real life. Our first word today is maintenance.
Maintenance.
The pronunciation of this word is a little tricky. That T is a stop T. Every once in a while, you might hear a true T, maintenance. But that's rare. It's much more common to hear a stop T in the pronunciation, maintenance. And that's what you'll hear in all of the examples here. Maintenance. Stop of air, maintenance. We've got 3 N's. We make the first one, then we stop the air for the stop T. Then make the N again. You don't need to move your tongue. This is for the second N. Maintenance. Then just a quick down and up to make your third N. Maintenance. It's a noun. It means keeping something in good condition by making repairs or correcting problems. The maintenance fees for my website are pretty low. Let's see this word again up close and in slow motion. This is with the stop T.
Maintenance. 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 Maintenance.
And now we'll go to Youglish to see 5 examples of this word in context.
And it has to last 20 years without maintenance.
When you or I go to the doctor for a checkup, we don't go because we're sick. We go because it's a good idea. Our doctor takes a look at our general health and gives us advice on how to stay healthy. This is the idea of maintenance for a car. Changing oil, checking the tires, replacing filters. That's maintenance. This particular piece of machinery needs to be built to run without problems, with no need for maintenance for 20 years.
And it has to last 20 years without maintenance.
Here's another example.
I think the fact that some of your service and maintenance people don't make a livable wage is shameful.
Service and maintenance people. He means workers who repair mechanical equipment, buildings, or machines. A livable wage means a person should be able to live off of his salary if he's working full-time. Pay bills, buy food, pay for housing and transportation, and so on. This man is saying that these kinds of workers at this organization are not making enough, working full-time, to take care of all of these basic expenses.
I think the fact that some of your service and maintenance people don't make a livable wage is shameful.
Let's see another example.
But I mean, most of it is also just like body maintenance. Like maintaining your body in different ways.
Taking care of our bodies. What does that look like? Healthy eating, exercising, getting enough sleep. These are the basic parts of body maintenance.
But I mean, most of it is also just like body maintenance. Like maintaining your body in different ways.
Let's look at another example.
Sidewalks that shift or settle over time make the maintenance of accessible features important.
A city is expected to maintain or take care of its public spaces. If a road gets damaged, the city has to fix it. If bumps are up on a sidewalk, it's the city's job to repair it and smooth it out again.
Sidewalks that shift or settle over time make the maintenance of accessible features important.
Our last example.
They are a fairly high maintenance part of airport and airline security.
Did you hear her use an adjective there before maintenance? High. High maintenance versus low maintenance. High maintenance requires more time, more money, more work to keep up. Low maintenance requires less. An airport is definitely a place that I would say is high maintenance, needing quite a bit of effort to keep it running smoothly. These words can also be used for people. Someone who's high maintenance has a lot of specific needs and needs a lot of attention. Someone who's low maintenance is laid back. My 4-year-old is pretty high maintenance. He doesn't like playing by himself very much. He always wants me to play with him.
They are a fairly high maintenance part of airport and airline security.
Our next word is range.
Range.
It's a noun and it means a group of things or people that are usually similar in some way, or a series of numbers that includes the highest and lowest possible amounts. We'll be covering a range of topics in this class. The salary range is $30,000 to $45,000. As a verb, it means to include everything between specified limits. The peppers ranged from mild to spicy. Let's see this again up close and in slow motion.
Range. 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 Range.
And now we'll go to Youglish to see 5 examples of this word in context.
Our courses range anywhere from 8 days all the way up to 82 days in length.
Think about a course you've taken. What's a typical range or length of time from start to finish? A semester in the US is generally about 15 weeks.
Our courses range anywhere from 8 days all the way up to 82 days in length.
Here's another example.
Now the range is anywhere from, 43 down to 18 or 19.
Range is a very helpful word to use when you're talking about data and graphs. He says that the values on the y-axis are 18 at the lowest point and 43 at the highest point. So the full range there covers 25 units.
Now the range is anywhere from, 43 down to 18 or 19.
Let's see another example.
We talked about a whole range of things.
A whole range of things, lots of different topics. When I chat with my brother, we discuss everything from what we ate for dinner to politics to whatever books we're reading, what's going on at work, what we're planning to do at Christmas, and so on. We cover it all. A whole range of subjects, a wide range of subjects.
We talked about a whole range of things.
Let's look at another example.
Luckily for me, it was quite far away, but my colleague, Philippe, got to see it at very close range.
This guy is telling a story about hiking outside with a friend and suddenly running into a mountain lion. In this case, close range sounds like 20 to 50 feet away, maybe even closer. In other uses, close range could mean 1 to 6 feet away, like with social distancing. We want to keep a range of at least 6 feet away from others during the pandemic.
Luckily for me, it was quite far away, but my colleague, Philippe, got to see it at very close range.
Our last example.
And these letters range from heartbreak and loss to spats with parents or siblings.
This woman studies difficult relationships. People have sent her letters and emails about all kinds of hard situations that they've been through. Heartbreak and loss mean sad stories. Spats means stories about fights and arguments. The stories cover a range of challenges.
And these letters range from heartbreak and loss to spats with parents or siblings.
Our next word is administration.
Administration.
This is a 5-syllable word with stress on the 4th syllable. We have secondary stress on the 2nd syllable, but in general, you can feel that is unstressed. Administration. 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 It's a noun and it means the activities or group of people that relate to running a company, school, or other organization. My dad works in hospital administration. This means he's not a doctor. He works in the offices of the people who run the hospital. Let's see this again up close and in slow motion.
Administration. 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 Administration.
And now we'll go to Youglish to see 5 examples of this word in context.
He found a man who taught him database administration.
A database administrator uses specialized software to store and organize lots and lots of information. This person works mostly behind the scenes to keep the information easy to access and up to date.
He found a man who taught him database administration.
Here's another example.
I was given the leeway to work with those funds and convince the legislature and the administration that most of that money should go into healthcare.
Here, administration means a group of people in charge of making decisions about how government works. For example, the Trump administration, the Biden administration. These are the people that a president selects to put laws and plans into action. The word leeway means freedom to make choices. So in this case, a person had the freedom to convince those in charge that this money should go to healthcare.
I was given the leeway to work with those funds and convince the legislature and the administration that most of that money should go into healthcare.
Let's see another example.
There were a lot of different challenges and issues. There were different ideas, of management, of administration.
Do you like group work or group decision making? Generally, the more people there are who have to make a decision, the harder it is to reach an agreement.
There were a lot of different challenges and issues. There were different ideas, of management, of administration.
Let's look at another example.
And today it's the Dallas County Administration Building.
Have you ever been to your city's courthouse or administration building? This one in Dallas, Texas has city government offices, that is, the offices of the people who run the city, on the first 5 floors and a museum on the top floor.
And today it's the Dallas County Administration Building.
Our last example.
How many years were you in the administration?
He wants to know how long someone worked in administration. That kind of work includes preparing budgets, policies, contracts, managing employees. Lots of leadership tasks fall under the umbrella of administration. So it's the support work of the organization.
How many years were you in the administration?
Our last word today is restricted.
Restricted.
The T here is very weak. Don't put much air in it. Restricted. It shouldn't be like that. In fact, it can be so weak that it might sound like a D. Restricted. It's an adjective. It means having a set limit, having definite rules about what or who is allowed and not allowed. During COVID-19, the number of people allowed in the restaurant at one time is restricted to 15. Let's look again up close and in slow motion.
Restricted. 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 Restricted.
And now we'll go to Youglish to see 5 examples of this word in context.
What was once a behavior restricted to the schoolyard and neighborhood has now gone viral.
She's talking about bullying. A bully is someone who frightens, hurts, or threatens someone smaller or weaker. Before social media, bullying happened in person, at school or outside in public. It only happened in certain places. Now, bullying happens online too.
What was once a behavior restricted to the schoolyard and neighborhood has now gone viral.
Here's another example.
Their ability to dream and aspire has just been confined and restricted.
Her talk is about young people who grew up in poor areas of big cities. She says they can't work towards their dreams easily because they're restricted. Something is holding them back or standing in their way. Maybe it's a lack of money, a lack of good education, a lack of a stable community, and so on.
Their ability to dream and aspire has just been confined and restricted.
Let's see another example.
That's actually pretty common on very calorie-restricted diets.
One way to lose weight is to eat fewer calories. She uses a noun here to describe the kind of restrictions, a calorie-restricted diet. You might also try a carb-restricted diet or dairy-restricted diet. It means you're eating less or none of those things, of carbs, of dairy.
That's actually pretty common on very calorie-restricted diets.
Let's look at another example.
It really restricted his time.
One thing that's restricted my time this year is having my kids home all day, every day, during the pandemic. They need my attention, but my work also requires my attention. Can you think of something that's restricted or limited your time lately?
It really restricted his time.
Our last example.
And this epidemic is not restricted to the US alone.
Not restricted, meaning it's not happening just here. The epidemic or widespread disease is showing up in other countries around the world too.
And this epidemic is not restricted to the US alone.
Seeing the real-life examples can really help you understand how to use these words, can't it? I have a challenge for you now. Make up a sentence with one of these words, make a video of yourself saying it, and post it to social media. Tag me and use the hashtag Rachel's English 30-Day Challenge. Don't be shy, you can do this. Our next video comes out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Philadelphia time. Come back to learn 4 more vocabulary words. In the meantime, keep your studies going with this video and check out my online courses at Rachel's English Academy. You'll become a more confident English speaker. And please do remember to subscribe. I love being your teacher. That's it, and thanks so much for using Rachel's English.